Hi everyone, it's Cindy, and I'm finally back from my running around, and I have been to a few thrift stores and yard sales and stuff like that. Last weekend, they had what they call the Oklahoma 500 mile yard sale, and it's the first time I'd ever done that, and went with my sister and my parents, and we just loaded up the car, and let me just say, there was way more than we could ever stop at. For the two towns we went to, we probably went to half of them. And there were probably a dozen or more towns we never even got to. So tons of stuff. Things I bought, I don't even know. I got some books. I got a scrapbook. It's right here behind me. I know where it's at. For 50 cents, I wanted the pages, the page protectors in here. So I use them. I have another album. I put them in, and I put my stencils in them. So that's behind me. That's how I know where that's at. Just different things. One of the things I bought was I guess probably you would call it I don't have it with me, napkin or hanky or something. It was large, so, and it had the four corners. It had lace all around it, and here's the four corners. So I made pockets out of them. So that's what I would thought. That's what I would thought. That's what I thought I would do today, is work on some of those. Here's the lace that was left over that wasn't on the corner, so I obviously used that. And then I also, before this last weekend, I found, I have four of these. I don't know where the fourth one went to. A scarf, I guess you would call it, made out of eyelet. And it had the corners as well. And here's the fourth one I haven't done yet. So it looks like that. So this was hand done, the mitering of the corner. So I'm not sure. Oh yeah, and this is lace added. Has this been added? Let me get my glasses on. My glasses aren't on very well. Oh, there's lace on this side is just part of the fabric, but it's been added on this side, which that's interesting. I hadn't noticed that. But I did retrieve the piece that I didn't use doing the pocket on the other side, and I'm going to use that for something. So anyway, I thought I would do one of them with you guys to show you what in the world I'm doing. And also, I have done these before with hanky corners, because if you have lace around the whole corner, you can do even the corners if there's an embroidery patch or something. And a couple of weeks ago, I found this pack of napkins at a thrift store, and they all have lace corners. Look how huge they are. So not only do I have this great, I think it's linen, I have the lace corners and then lace that's left over. So I'm going to be busy. And there's 8 of these. That's 4 times 8, 4 corners. So yeah, a bunch of them. So anyway, I thought I'd show you how I do them. I like to use the book page that's older, because it's got some color to it, and it shows up behind the white eyelet for sure. So I had this one book page, and I don't know why I tore that out, because I need it to be doubled. I double it, and I don't fold it over because that makes it too small. So let me glue that back on here. So I glue it, and, you know, if you do it while it's in the book, you can keep it lined up, which I don't think that was lined up at all, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to take it to the cutter, which is right here. And those I cut 5 by 5, but it hangs over just a little bit on the ends. So I'm getting close to 5.5 on those. So I'm going to go a little smaller. I think I'll do 4 3/4. And I want to, which end did I glue? No, I didn't glue that in. So I'll straighten it up just a little bit. Hear my dog coming in the room. Okay, and then we'll do, go this way, 4 3/4. And then turn it and do 4 3/4. Quarters, not corners. That's 4.5. I think I did that right. Did I do 4 3/4 roughly? Okay, we're good enough. So, oh, and then I cut it in half, because that gives me 2 out of 1. And then I just use this as a base, but I overlap my lace just a little so it kind of hangs off. So kind of get it ready and make sure you have the right side up. That's the wrong side. So right side up. And I don't cut this until after I get it glued on there. So I am going to put this down, okay? And I should have my Fabri-Tac ready, which I didn't. So I have to wait a second on it. So I just like these lace corner pockets, and you can stitch around them if you want. Some of them I thought I would, but after I look at them, I don't think I want anything to interfere with that lace edge. So, but you could stitch around them. You can add some sort of little embellishment on there if you want. And I might, once I put them in a journal, I might do that. But I don't think there's anything wrong with just the corners as they are. I'm still waiting on the glue. So you could put a little something there if you wanted to. Okay. And I just glue pretty much the whole thing, and whatever glue seeps out through the holes or shows through the holes, I'll just dab it up with my finger. And then if I don't get enough glue somewhere, I can add it back, go back and add it. I usually treat the corners afterwards as well. Okay, so just kind of overlap it a little here at the point, about a 1/4 inch or so. And then I take it and turn it over, and then I just take my scissors, my fabric scissors, and I just cut it 1/2 inch or so taller than the pocket. Get back over here where you can see. I don't care about it being straight because it's not going to show. Then I'm just going to glue it on this side, and then I'll trim up the corners. Okay. And I try to get it as smooth as I can because that's where you're going to be going in and out of your pocket. Okay, now on the corner, you see I've got this little flap. I just kind of come inside a little bit so it doesn't show from that from the front. And then if I need to, I'll go back and put a dab of glue. I need to refill this bottle. Just put a dab of glue there. And I'm happy to announce my Walmart finally started carrying Fabri-Tac again. I had ordered a bunch from last whenever fall, I guess, from Amazon, thinking I was. It didn't say they wouldn't ship it like certain times of the year, like wintertime or whatever, but I ordered extra just in case, and I need to grab some of those bottles out. Okay, so there's our pocket. All right, so since I have this, I might as well do one of these. This one is finished. I will go through and that piece of lace right here that was left over, I'll take that off and use it. And then I'll have this eyelet pretty much intact except for those ends that I can use for fabric. It could be the inside of a journal, it's big enough, or for fabric flips. So I'll add it to my stash over there. Let's grab one of these over here, bring it in for this. And I need to make sure I've got the right side up. Yes, I do. And get the glue going. So anyway, this is just one of those projects you can just do all afternoon, or rainy afternoon, which is always seem to be having lately. I'm getting ready to go outside and dig in the mud. I try to do every day a project, I call it for my house, which is something that needs to be done in my house, right? Like hang a picture or clean a shelf in the refrigerator or whatever. And today's one, oh, and I say every day so that maybe I get one a week done. You know how it goes. So today's is going to be go dig up that last hedge. I had 3 hedges in the middle of my front flower bed. And they're okay for filler and stuff, but I don't want them in my flower bed. I just want them removed. So they're easy to dig out. We've just had so much rain lately that I just haven't been out there. And I finally decided today's the day I'm going out there. Okay, I'm just hanging it over just a little bit and gluing it down. And I will trim it up. I will have quite a bit of lace left over on these because there's a pretty big gap between, well, it'll be about the same probably. Same as that one I showed you. But I think these will be great on page edges. They won't fill up the whole page, but they'll fill up most of it. So I will definitely use that lace. So anyway, okay. Put this over here. Get the glue back out. So digging up hedges, and I hate to throw them away because, it's a plant, but I don't have a place in my yard for it. And what I want are shrubs that are kind of like not pristinely sculpted, just a shrub, because I want more birds and stuff to come to my yard. So that's my goal this year, is to get shrubs and things for the birds. And I don't think these hedges are the answer. So I threw one away. I've got one on my back porch thinking, are you sure I want this to be thrown away? And then I'm getting ready to dig up the third one. So I think I am going to put them in the trash, which is terrible. But what do you do? So anyway, okay. There we go. We have another pocket. And it's not that hard at all, especially if you kind of get in a rhythm and do a bunch of your bases and then get your glue flowing. So you got it pretty good. This one's definitely smaller than I think some of my original ones. So, or it seems that, yeah, just a little bit smaller. So that's good. All right, thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. I know what I'm going to work on, but maybe I'll get to it today. Who knows? We'll see. I got to go dig up a hedge. So thanks for watching. Bye.